Bloxfruits update 27 is looking pretty good, I can't lie, and it might actually make me come back to Bloxfruits. So recently, I've been making videos on Grow a Garden, Arise Crossover, and not so much in Bloxfruits, which is pretty much the channel, pretty much the content or game which this channel is made out of. And that's mainly because I gotten bored of Bloxfruits and I already have my other channel, AB Plays, which is doing Anime Vanguard's content right now. So there really wasn't much need for me to do Bloxfruits content. But recently, I saw that Bloxfruits player count was dying, and it got me thinking this is surely going to lead to them making more updates and probably try to revive their game, because even though 200,000 is not dead, it's very far from where they once were. And if they keep going with the update schedule that they have right now, it's very possible that this game will eventually fall off and have less than 100k players. And thankfully, they are actually trying to do that now, which is actually very interesting. The one thing that I am very interested in right now is the 50 billion summer expansion, which I think will be update 27. Bloxfruits has set sail to launch some of its most ambitious plans yet. In celebration of reaching the incredible milestone of 50 billion visits, we're introducing a brand new update format designed to deliver content more frequently and consistently, which is the thing that we are all asking for. This new approach marks a major step forward in how we bring fresh experiences to our players, and it will start in late July. The summer expansion will roll out a series of weekly updates. Hopefully this is not a lie, because they've said this before a majority of times, a bunch of times actually. And it will feature a handful of fruit reworks, brand new gameplay mechanics, and long-awaited features that have been teased across recent blog posts, which we are very excited for. And we're gonna have exclusive items and may set the stage for more events like it in the future. Thanks to our lead Bloxwood technician CJ Oyer, the dev pipeline is now more agile than ever, making surprise-filled content like this possible. Let us know what you think once it's live, which is very nice. Now, here's another thing that they're saying right here. Can we expect some sneak peeks monthly or even weekly outside of blogs? We plan to use blogs when content is in early development and then begin real sneak peeks after a blog confirms the content, which is nice. One of the biggest problems to Bloxfruits is the fact that they basically do not do anything in terms of communication with your player base, and recently I have seen it improve due to the blog posts, and the blog posts are genuinely a really good thing because this has led to them communicating a lot more. They have communicated more in this single few months with blog posts than they have in the past like 4 years or maybe 3 years since update 17.3. This blog post is genuinely really nice, and I'm starting to see some actual improvement. When the old seas are reimagined and added to the game, we'd also like to introduce new types of quests for players to optionally partake in. This quest will be for everyone, not locked behind a difficult high-level boss. Among other things, some of the reward of this quest will be extra levels to help improve the grinding experience, which they talked about this kind of like side quests. This is going to be side quests, and again, they haven't really lied with these blog posts yet. These blog posts are a lot more professional, and these blog posts are more often than not pretty much confirmed already, which is something that I'm very excited for. Will you ever add more achievements to the game? Maybe not real badges like the ones that sit on your Roblox profile, but rather badges within Bloxfruits. So that's actually pretty nice. More utility for the Valor currency. Our current plan is to have Valor turn into material currency that rests in your inventories like bones. So this will allow us to introduce subclasses with their own unique currencies in the future if we so choose to add them. The map rework, UI changes, new mechanic, fruit reworks. Where is all of it? We hear you. We've shown sneak peeks over the years, new islands, redesigned UI, new systems. Much of this content was already deep into development, and some even finished. Ultimately, it didn't end up meeting our standards. This is something we constantly wrestle with when balancing update quantity with long-term quality. Even though we still face performance issues today, it could have been far worse if we had pushed forward with some of those island reworks. We don't want to add things that look new if they come at the cost of the game's stability. How about the UI revamp? For example, had a more modern look, but all of your feedback was clear. It just didn't feel like Bloxfruits, which I guess is fair. Meanwhile, large-scale map changes and new systems started stacking performance issues. So as these updates scale up, we realize optimization needs to come first, which is actually really good. I think that's a very it makes sense. That response makes sense. Thankfully, they responded, because I was asking where's the map reworks and all of these other stuff, and they responded, and this is actually a perfectly good response. You know, performance issues is a very valid response to where is the map reworks that you guys had. There's a bunch more here, like all of the mythic fruits to feel equally impactful, which is really great. Are there any possible for Bloxfruits to join some special Roblox event? We usually receive invites to be a part of these events, but oftentimes decline as we more focus on pushing our own updates that the players are waiting for. Will we get more subclasses? Yeah, they're gonna get more subclasses, which is actually really, really nice. Bounty has not been touched in almost 2 years. Will we finally get something to hunt for soon? The bounty system is definitely due for a revisit. We're exploring the idea of new stats called reputation. The idea is that this new stat will increase as your bounty grows, but bounty wouldn't be the only way to raise it. This stat will be even more important than bounty, but won't require to... Oh my god, this is actually all really, really good. And they also had the early development of a crew rework nearly ready. It included features like promoting members, assigning roles, but we ended up scrapping it to rethink the system entirely. Our goal now is to make crews more immersive and meaningful, which is all just really nice. So after all the yapping that I said with bloxfruits in general, I am just very, very excited for bloxfruits update 27 because it looks to be like the redemption arc for bloxfruits. And remember, 200,000 players is not bad, right? But if they continue at the path that they are in right now, releasing updates every few months, there's a very high chance that this game could potentially die. Like, if you take a look at other games, like maybe the strongest Battlegrounds, which had a ton of players back then, is now only stuck at 84.5k, which still is pretty high, all things considered. But I mean, you know, it can drop. You can take a look at other games like maybe Fisk, and if you take a look at Fisk in the player counts and how much players it has right now, it's only at 12.9k right now, whereas back then it was really, really high. And you know, it's not impossible for games to die off, right? It genuinely isn't impossible for games to die off, especially when it starts betraying the trust of the community. And Bloxfruits has significantly dropped as well. It's now at 200k, which is one of the lowest it's ever been since like 2022. 2022 was the last time it's ever been this low. And yeah, I think they're actually starting to redeem themselves because they've seen that, you know, their player count is dropping and that they have to do something about it. Thankfully, you know, these things are probably going to be really good for Bloxfruits. So expect more Bloxfruits videos from now on, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.